Welcome to TelehealthFX Talk. Today, we are doing something different. No clinical trial data, no pipeline drugs. Today is the episode that new patients actually need most, and it's the one that almost nobody produces well. We are walking you through your first 90 days on a GLP-1 medication, week by week, so that you know exactly what to expect, you don't panic when things get hard, and you don't make the mistake that costs most people their results, quitting before the medication has a chance to work. If you want to start with a clinical team that prepares you for this journey before you even receive your first dose, visit TelehealthFX.com. That's TelehealthFX.com.
Let me start with the most important thing I can say about the first 90 days. The number one reason patients quit GLP-1 medications before they work is not the side effects and it's not the cost, it's unmet expectations. They expected to feel amazing immediately and lose 20 pounds in a month, and when weeks 1 and 2 brought nausea and a barely moving scale, they decided the medication wasn't working. So let's set real expectations, week by week.
Weeks 1 and 2. This is what we call the titration phase. Your starting dose is intentionally low. For Semaglutide, you start at 0.25 milligrams per week. For Tirzepatide, you start at 2.5 milligrams per week. This is not the therapeutic dose. This is the introductory dose, designed to allow your body to gradually adapt to the medication's mechanism. What this means practically is that appetite suppression at this stage is mild to minimal. The medication is not fully activated yet, and that is completely expected.
What you may feel in weeks 1 and 2, mild nausea, especially after meals, some fatigue as your digestive system slows down, possible mild constipation, or for some people the opposite, and for some patients, nothing at all, no side effects whatsoever. Both experiences are normal. What you should do, eat small portions and stop the moment you feel any fullness. Don't push through a meal. Avoid high-fat, greasy foods. They significantly worsen nausea on GLP-1. Prioritize protein at every meal, even if you don't feel very hungry, and do not weigh yourself obsessively. Weeks 1 and 2 are calibration, not results.
Weeks 3 and 4. This is where things start to get interesting. This is the milestone that patients remember when they describe why they stayed on the medication. For many people, sometime around week 3, something shifts. The food noise quiets. You look at the clock and realize it's 2 in the afternoon and you just forgot to eat. Not because you were trying to fast, not because you were white-knuckling a diet, just because the constant internal hunger chatter that has defined your relationship with food for years has turned down to a whisper. Cravings for sugar, processed food, and often alcohol decrease significantly. Portion sizes shrink naturally, without effort. In weeks 3 and 4, the scale typically starts to move. Most patients lose somewhere between 4 and 8 pounds in their first month combined. Energy often improves as blood sugar levels stabilize. The nausea usually lessens as the body adapts. But there is also a psychological adjustment happening. Food starts to feel less emotionally central. And for people who have used food to manage stress, boredom, or grief for decades, that can actually feel disorienting at first. This is normal. This is what we covered in episode 16 on mental health and GLP-1. Lean on your clinical team during this adjustment. Month 2, weeks 5 through 8. Your protocol will typically include your first dose increase around week 4 or 5. For Semaglutide, you move to 0.5 milligrams. For Tirzepatide, you move to 5 milligrams. The dose increase may temporarily bring back mild nausea for 1 to 2 weeks. This is not a relapse. This is your body recalibrating to the new dose level. It passes.
In month 2, the body composition changes become visible. Clothes fit differently. People around you start noticing. Your face may start to change, which we covered in detail in episode 20. Average weight loss in month 2 for most patients runs around 1 to 2 pounds per week, though this varies significantly by individual. Take progress photos, measure your waist, track your energy and sleep. The scale is one metric. It is not the whole story.
Month 3, weeks 9 through 12. This is the most psychologically important stretch of the entire journey. By month 3, most patients have fully adapted to the medication's gastrointestinal effects. The side effects have largely resolved. The lifestyle habits that you formed in months 1 and 2, eating protein first, stopping when full, incorporating more movement, these start to feel automatic. A second dose increase may happen in month 3, bringing Semaglutide to 1 milligram or Tirzepatide to 7.5 milligrams.
But month 3 is also when the first mini plateau often appears. The rapid initial water weight and fat loss slows into a more sustainable rhythm. The scale moves less dramatically. This is where a lot of patients panic and make the mistake of quitting. This is exactly the moment we covered in episode 19. You are not failing. Your metabolism is adapting. Your job in month 3 is to stay the course, lean into resistance training, and check in with your clinical team if you have questions about your dose.
Month 3 is also when your metabolic markers begin telling the real story. Blood pressure improves, blood sugar stabilizes or drops, cholesterol improves, energy is reliably high, sleep quality is better, inflammation markers come down. These are the outcomes that your cardiologist, your endocrinologist, and your primary care physician will see in your lab work. These are the outcomes that add years to your life.
And there are 3 things, based on everything the data tells us, that predict 90-day success. Number 1, protein priority. Patients who consistently hit their protein targets lose more fat and protect more muscle. Number 2, resistance training. Patients who begin strength training in month 1 have dramatically better outcomes at month 6 and beyond. Number 3, provider engagement. Patients who check in with their clinical team, who ask questions when nausea hits, who request dose review when the plateau comes, are far more likely to stay on treatment and succeed long-term.
This is exactly the environment TelehealthFX creates. Their one-on-one onboarding process sets expectations before you receive your first dose. Their 24-hour provider review means that when week 2 nausea hits at midnight and you're wondering if you should stop taking the medication, you can reach a real licensed clinician. They offer both Semaglutide and Tirzepatide across the full titration range, so your dose increase happens on schedule, not because you had to call around to find a provider willing to adjust it. They offer seromelanin for lean mass support, starting whenever you and your provider decides a time is right, NAD+ for cellular energy, berberine for blood sugar support, 24-hour provider review, transparent pricing, no hidden membership fees, 2-day UPS shipping, all 50 states. Visit TelehealthFX.com. That's TelehealthFX.com.
The patients who succeed on GLP-1 are not the ones who had the easiest first 90 days. They're the ones who knew what to expect, didn't panic when it got hard, and had a clinical team in their corner.
If you are ready to start your first 90 days with a team that prepares you every step of the way, visit TelehealthFX.com. That's TelehealthFX.com. Take the free qualification quiz and get started today. That's TelehealthFX.com.
And as always, everything on TelehealthFX Talk is for educational purposes only. This is not medical advice. Your specific titration schedule and dose adjustments must be determined by your healthcare provider. Individual results vary significantly.
Thanks for listening. Share this with anyone who is about to start a GLP-1 and is nervous about what's coming. This is the episode they need. We'll see you next time, and next time is our Season 2 finale, TelehealthFX Talk.